little town off an old two-lane road where everybody knows your name. And if you stay there long enough, you'll hear the stories all the same. But there's one they still talk about whenever the night gets quiet for a while. It's a strange old case nobody solved. They call it the missing smile. There was a man named Daniel, kind as anyone could be. He'd greet you like an old-time friend, even if you just met him on the street. He'd laugh so loud the whole cafe would turn their heads and smile. People used to say the sun came out whenever he walked a mile. But somewhere down the road of years, something slowly changed his style. Now folks still know the man by name, but they say he lost his smile. So one cold evening at the bar, I asked the old bartender Joe, did someone steal that man's good heart, or is there something we don't know? Joe just wiped a dusty glass and stared at it a while. He said, son, nobody stole a thing, but I remember that smile. He said Daniel helped the neighbors when their roofs were leaking rain. He gave rides to folks with broken cars and listened when they spoke of pain. He lent his time and lent his hands and walked the extra mile. But not too many ever stopped to give him back a smile. Sometimes the kindest hearts are the ones that pay the price, giving warmth to everyone, but never taking their own advice. Guard the light you carry, don't give it all away for a while, or the world might write your story as a case of the missing smile. They came when they needed comfort or a shoulder for their load, but when the storms were over, they just went back down the road. And piece by piece he gave away his patience all the while, till one day there was nothing left of Daniel's easy smile. I found him sitting by the tracks, watching freight trains roll on by. Lines of quiet in his face and questions in his eyes. I said, some folks say life robbed you blind, some say time's the guilty trial. He just shook his head and softly said, son, I gave away that smile. Sometimes the kindest hearts are the ones that pay the price, giving warmth to everyone, but never taking their own advice. Guard the light you carry, don't give it all away for a while, or the world might write your story as the case of the missing smile. Now if you pass through that old town, you might hear the story told about a man who gave too much of a heart that had too much gold. And the lesson folks remember when they talk about that trial, don't let the world take piece by piece the kindness in your smile, 'cause once it's gone, it's hard to find what slowly faded all the while. And this is the case of the missing smile.